Sunderland, you're going to have to give us a health warning, I swear to God, with the amount of things that happened. This was probably one of the craziest games I think I'm ever talking about in the aftermath of it, because we had 2 red cards, a late goal, which really should have been defended better. And then obviously we have the penalty from Roberts, which is... Right, where'd you start with this? Do you know what? For patches of that game, Sunderland had, by some way, I think, the better chances in the game. But, substitute Tom Davis comes on and ends up making the difference, even though I'm personally quite livid at the way we allowed the shot to come in. And I don't get us wrong before any, because I know there's probably going to be someone in the comments saying this. Goal scoring tonight definitely was a problem. We had the chances to get in front, but I am sick to death of that meaning that goals we're conceding. And yes, you can say we've not conceded that many, but I don't really care. I think I've got high standards defensively. Like, that goal was poor. That goal was very, very shockingly poor to concede. And I'm fuming at the way we just allowed Tom Davis just to get onto his right foot, I think it was. And then, I don't know whether Patterson should have saved it or not, but either way, look, we had the chances before then. Isidore had a chance. We had Tommy Watson, who I thought in the first half in particular looked very good. Chances to score. Like, we literally are creating the opportunities, but it's, but as I've said before, just because you don't create the opportunities doesn't mean you have to concede at the other end. You can get a 0-0, and even if you want to look at it the other way, the 2 frustrating draws out of this, well, I suppose it's now 6 without a win, isn't it? The 2 frustrating draws in there were Coventry and Millwall. Keep clean sheeting both of them. What happens? You win both of them. So, like, yes, goal scoring has definitely been a problem recently, but I'm not letting that excuse the shocking defending for the goal tonight. That was appalling. And do you know what it is though? Sheff United did the dark arts. They knew how to win the game, and fair play for them. That's a big win. I'm not going to have a dig at them for the celebrations at the end, because they knew that was a massive win. I just hope Blackburn and Stoke don't bottle it tomorrow against Leeds and Burnley. But it's disappointing that it's kind of come to that when we were 5 points clear about 5 weeks ago. And don't get us wrong. Look, I knew at some point we were going to have a sticky patch, and we were going to have a little winless run, and I'm still standing by what I'm saying. I don't think people can lose their heads for the rest of the season, but the games you've got coming up now, there's no excuses for me. If you really want to keep in touch with the top 2, and I don't care if people say, oh, that's gone. No, it's not. It's not gone until probably another 30 odd games. Yeah, well, okay, 25 games, you know what I mean. But if you want to have a shred of hope in keeping in touch with that, then you've got to be winning the next 2. Stoke and Bristol City at home, Swansea away. To be honest, that's really good opportunities to get 3 points in each of them. We won't win all of them, obviously, because we never seem to do that. But, you need to be turning up in those games. And look, I'm going to get onto this. And if there's anybody in the comments that goes with this nonsense about you only mention the referees when you get beat, no, I'm not having any of it. I have mentioned referees in games where we've won. If you want to look back at a particular example of this very season, go and look back at the Borough game. I said after we beat Middlesbrough that the referee there was absolutely shocking for both teams, and something's got to be done about this. Right, look, let's get through the major incidents. The Chris Meffam red card, to be honest, I don't know what to be able to say on it, because I don't know what the rule's meant to be for. Is it for last man? Is it for denying a goal scoring opportunity? I can see why Meffam was sent off, but there's a number of people on social media that are saying that is not a red card. Now, if you watch it, if it's for a goal scoring opportunity, Tyrese Campbell, as he's just a millisecond before the challenge comes in, he is taking the ball around Meffam. So that indicates it's not as big a goal scoring opportunity as what it first appeared to be. Now, to be fair to the referee, he only gets one view of it. So unless I'm missing something, I completely get why you sent him off. But, and to be fair, I will be fair to Sheff United here. There was a few of our fans on social media going, well, why wasn't Jack Robinson sent off for the penalty? To be fair, I think a red card in that situation for Robinson would have been harsh. I think a yellow was about right. But I swear to God, like, honestly, the referee just completely lost control of the game for both teams. There was a couple of occasions where Sheff United, for me, should have had a throw-in, which wasn't given, and it was continued to be allowed on as play for Sunderland. That was just one example off the top of my head. There were plenty of incidences across the game where I thought the referee had no control over it, and the lines officials didn't help either. They really did not help, and I can completely get the argument for not wanting VAR. I completely understand it. But I'm sorry, like, at what point are we allowed to call this out? Are we allowed to start saying, no, I'm getting fed up with this every single week? Like, and don't get me wrong, we've had decisions that are contentious. The penalty at Plymouth, good example. Never should have been a penalty in a million years. We've had the Hume possible red card challenge against Borough. I can see why Borough were appealing for that. We've had decisions that are contentious and that are shocking. You could argue Meffam should have been sent off at Preston. So, like, look, there's shocking decisions across all over the pitch, and I get it's human error. Right, but, like, come on. Can we stop hammering people who are calling this out? Because you can not want VAR, but surely something's got to be done about this. A lot of the officials, for every team in this league, make it about themselves and make themselves the star of the show, and it's really starting to get on my nerves. Right, that's the mini rant about the referee done. Look, what more is there to say? It was an absolutely crazy game. Harry Suter, for example, both his yellows were fair, but I'm going to stop, guys, before I waffle further and lose my head. This is going to stew on for the next week now. Look, at the end of the day, we had the chances. We should have been scoring a few goals, but I'm getting sick of the defending for the goal. I don't want the defending for the goal being overlooked because that was poor. And something I want to quickly say on Labrice, actually, and don't get us wrong, Labrice has done a fine job so far overall. But I'm not going to lie, his reluctance to use his subs did really annoy me tonight because... And people can say, he doesn't have the options off the bench. I'm not being funny. You had Nyenda, you had Elise, you had Connolly, you had Aushish there. And he brought Aushish on. Even when we were 1-0 down, he brought him on. If he didn't... he's been not using him before, so he uses him when we're 1-0 down. I'm not for 1 second saying Labrice out. That would be absolutely ridiculous. It's nothing to do with that. But tonight, as well as he's done so far, he did annoy me. And there were simple things like put Elise in a back three with O'Nien and Ballard. Then what you do is you have, either you can have, hang on, who's the other one? Nyenda on one side for, say, I don't know, Roberts, for example. Then you have, say, Rigg on the right, Neil and Job in the centre, and then he's up top. They're little small things that could have made a bigger difference, but it's easy to say in hindsight, isn't it? But, right, guys, I'm going to love yous and leave yous there. Look, there's a lot to stew on over the next 8 days. And for me, Stoke, for me, we need to win. Simple as that. Oh, God. Yeah, right. I'll love you and leave you there, guys. Well done to Sheff United. It's a massive win for you, and fair enough. Let's just try and keep ourselves comfortable in the playoffs by January, I guess. But we'll wait and see. Long way to go. Anyway, guys, if you're watching and you're not subscribed and you think I've earned it from you, hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share. Be all appreciated as long as it's respectful in the comments. And yeah, let's just see what happens over the next few weeks. Trying to get a 6K sub, so let's cheer us up a little bit. See you guys later. Take care, stay safe, and how are all the Sunderland fans travelling back.